So if we were talking about, why a mom sitting at home that's not very competitive,
Right.
what should motivate her to do this?
Well, unfortunately, there are far too many tragedies where a child drowns because a parent just doesn't have the aquatic IQ and the awareness to provide a safe environment. If a parent doesn't know how to swim and they suffer from aquaphobia, it's, that parent is that child's biggest role model. And you don't want to pass this fear along, even if it is something that is beyond a person's control most often. But as you can see, with Chris, you can overcome the fear. And then once you overcome the fear, you can learn how to swim.
Well, I was just thinking, isn't it true, Jeff, that because I know we all have phobias. I know personally for me, I'm afraid of heights, but it's amazing that when you push past one fear, how many more you can conquer. Isn't it true that last year, didn't I hear a story that you helped a 60-something-year-old woman beat her phobia of water, and now she's jumping out of airplanes and powerlifting in her 60s? Like, it pushed her past tons of phobias?
Yes, she's an amazing story. She was the first client where I actually went to her house and knocked on her door and said, "Get in my car. I don't want to hear any more excuses. You're coming to the pool tonight." I never met her. We talked several times on the phone. She promised she'd come, and I've gotten to the point now where I can read a voice, I can read body language. Anyway, she had just retired, and she needed to lose weight, so she needed a fitness activity, and she had problems with her knees, and so she said, the doctor suggested trying swimming. She said, "I would love to, but I have a fear of water." And then the news did a story on my program, and she called me, and to make a long story short, she became my first real lap swimmer, and from there she went on to take on weightlifting, and she just set the international world record for powerlifting, all because of developing confidence and taking on a challenge and knowing how to manage your emotions that are attached to that challenge. So very, very impressive performance from her. But there's so many stories. I mean, the most impact story that I've come across, in one of my classes, I had a retired Army colonel, and so as a part of my process, I want to know what people do for a career. So he went around the room, and he told me that he was a retired colonel, and I said to myself, in the military, I mean, I can't believe they would allow somebody to enlist or join up if they can't swim. But somehow he managed to gut his way through it. But he said to me, "Jeff, I was in Korea and I was in Vietnam, and people died in my arms, and I've unfortunately had to kill people. Nothing scared me more than looking at a pool." And that blew me away. And the day he jumped off, that pool happened to have a diving board. And the last day of that session, I had each one of my clients jump off the diving board. And I unfortunately don't have the video, but the looks on their faces as they jumped in, and it just overwhelmed me with, you know, emotion and feelings of changing someone's lives in such a dramatic fashion, as they all jumped off with smiles on your face. So, you know, but this colonel actually said he was more scared of water than he was of, you know, going to war. And to me, that's just an amazing.
I think that pretty much tells it all right there.
It does.
That sums it all up. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.